Hey guys, so I've been asked quite a bit recently to create an updated PvP guide since it's been a while since the last one that I made, but this video is not going to be a complete guide, but if you guys really do want to see one, I can do that. And I think it could be a pretty good video to put out during the 7th anniversary, but this video is just going to focus exclusively on what is one of the most useful techniques in the game. So due to the new battle version 2.7 update, I think a much larger percentage of fights take place in melee range than they used to. So it's really important to know what actions to take in melee range so you can get a combo started on your opponent while simultaneously avoiding their attacks at the same time. So for those of you who have watched my videos, you've definitely seen me do this and talk about this numerous times, but it might not be so obvious to newer players, and it is the technique that I call the jump move. This is not a new technique. It's been around for years now, but I think this move is so powerful that you probably can just get to God rank by just implementing this one technique into your gameplay. So what I'll do is I will start this video off with a basic explanation of what the technique is and how you do it. And I'll have a visual up on the screen to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. And then what I'll do from there is I'll just insert some clips from my older videos to show how the technique actually works in practice. So let's transition over to the explanation portion. Make sure you guys understand exactly why this move is so strong and what it's doing and the advantage it's going to give you in melee range. And then I'll just put in some like a montage of some instances of this technique being very, very useful in PvP. Okay, so the technique itself is incredibly easy to understand and learn. The reason I call it the jump technique is because you do exactly that. When your opponent sidesteps, you sidestep. Now you'll see on your screen here that the way this works is once you are in melee range against your opponent, you simply input a sidestep right as you see them sidestepping at the same time as inputting a strike or a blast arts card. It's extremely common for players to sidestep when in melee range, and this technique aims to capitalize on your opponent's sidestep movement to allow you to start a combo on them. And the reason why this technique works so well is because it's able to effectively counter two possible actions your opponent might take after their initial sidestep. The most common action is for them to sidestep a second time, which is what you're seeing an example of on your screen right now. And then another common action, which I'll show in a second, is for your opponent to sidestep once and then input a strike or a blast immediately after. The jump technique will allow you to counter both of these actions. In the case of your opponent going for two simultaneous sidesteps, what'll happen is you'll sidestep the first time, and then you'll end up catching them in their second sidestep with whatever card you decide to input, whether it's a strike or a blast card. Typically, when you try and go for an arts card after doing the jump technique, I recommend going for a strike in case the opponent does have a blast armor character on the battlefield and they maybe would delay going for a strike. It could, potentially end up not working out too well. So I recommend strikes most of the time, but sometimes you don't have a strike in your hand and the only thing you can use is a blast. In that instance, it's probably okay to just go for a blast card. And then the instance where your opponent goes for an arts card right after sidestepping the first time, the jump technique will allow you to perfect vanish the opponent. So yeah, you end up in a very positive situation no matter which of these two actions the opponent will take. However, this doesn't mean that the technique has no flaws. Sometimes you'll encounter very good players who will sidestep once and then delay their second sidestep. And this is the best way to counter the jump technique because they're anticipating your reaction to their first sidestep. And you're seeing an example of this on the screen right now. If you encounter a player doing this, it's best to just abandon going for jumps and instead attack after seeing them go for their first sidestep. That pretty much wraps up the explanation of the jump technique, but just one quick aside that I do want to throw in here. I mentioned at the beginning that after sidestepping, you typically want to input strikes and then blast if you don't have any strikes, but melee blue cards have a slight wind-up time before they connect, so if you decide to go for a blue card after a jump, it'll end up exactly like you're seeing on the screen. So that's going to conclude the explanation portion of this video. After this, I just have a montage of clips taken from some of my past videos to illustrate how this technique actually works in practice. Definitely recommend trying this out. It's very, very easy to master. It just takes a few times to practice it. but it is a super, super powerful ability that I am confident you could get God rank just by spamming this. But if you haven't tried it out yet, definitely try it and let me know how it works out for you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Jump, jump. We can get past this disrupt. Yeah, blast into the green card. Let's just get through this. Just gonna do this. Quick attack would get rid of that first life. Thank you. Oh, he's just dead. Yeah, because of the. Alright, Goku. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Jump, jump. It does delete my buffs. I'll try dropping here. Alright, well now you're just screwed. There's no way he stays in. This character just takes way with like 1,000 ways too long to get their preparation mode up. Okay, cool. Oh, he's actually gonna play. Nice. Actually, no. Goku did remove our Cardinal. You saw that? You no longer have it. Yeah, Goku actually does remove it. Okay. Good to confirm that. I'm gonna drop. Okay, good damage. Jump this time. There's our rush. Alright, we'll keep building up time to Goku. Right away? Yeah, it doesn't go right away. But he keeps jumping. We're almost there. Really? We're just doing too much to make him switch, I guess. Yeah. Ideally, I'd like to lock him in with the green, but if I hit him again, we were going to trigger his healing. So. He's not transforming? Okay, goodbye. Interesting. Yeah, this is pretty dumb. Have we even used his gauge one time in this whole Alright, let's go. Switch. Alright, you guys switch now. Can you draw cards? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, goodbye. Oh, would you not switch there? Full screen. Jump, jump. Switch. Jump. You jump this guy. I'm just gonna alter. Pretty sure he dies. 3 million? We got this. Yeah, goodbye, Vegito. Alright, you gotta go to VB. VB? VB? Yeah, he can... Okay, I gotta go here. Get type neutral. Can you imagine this team with, like, Do as well? Like, instead of Tamagami? This is going to be so annoying. We just can't... You can't kill it. Alright, let's just get our gauge built up here. Oh my god, is that enough damage? 15 more counts and we get our full charge rate up. Alright. That was fun.
トランクスもよく頑張った。